All right, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the reciprocating saw. A lot of people call it a sawzall because it really does saw off. The blades for it, this is a blade for it. They come shorter than this, they come longer than this, they come in different sizes. This is a demolition blade if you look at it right here. And that is largely what you do with a lot of this thing is demolition. All right, you tear structures apart, you tear stuff apart, you cut it apart. Now, sometimes depending on the demolition, sometimes I want to take the wood apart and I want to save the wood, which is what I'm going to show you here. Sometimes I just want to take the wood apart and just get the structure down. So if I want to get the structure down, I'm just going to cut through the wood right here. If I want to save the lumber that I'm taking the structure down from, I want to actually cut in this joint right here where the nails are at. So we'll show you that. To get the blade in this thing, there's a lock right here. You see this little yellow piece right here? If you pull that up, okay, take your blade, you can put your blade in like this, which is the normal way. You can put your blade in upside down, like this. And that allows you to cut up. So if you're cutting above head height, you can cut up, all right? And it also allows me, in a house, if you think of this as a wall, you have a sole plate here and you have a doorway. Well, we cut this part out. So if we cut that out, we take a sawzall, lay it flat down through here. This allows me for the blade to get all the way down to the ground or the floor. All right, so my blade can actually go all the way to the floor. If I do it this way, if I got my blade in like this, all right, my blade is a good, inch and a half off the floor. I can't get all the way to the floor, which is the part that I'm needing to cut out. So I flip it over, I can do it on the floor. With this particular model, the newer ones, the older ones you can't do this. The newer ones you can actually put the blade in sideways as well. You can put it in left or right. All right, put it in like that. If I needed to, I can cut across there like so. Okay, so we'll show you that in a second. This thing's useful for tons of different things. One of the things I'm going to show you, we were doing this actually today at Habitat. So I got a 2x10, or sorry, 2x8. Sorry, 2x8 here, and I'm just gonna. We had to cut out a notch. So I'm just gonna make like a little notch here to where we had to cut out a notch and show you something. Let's take the glasses on. So we had to cut out a notch. I did that part with a circular saw. So depending on what I'm doing, and what we were doing today, I couldn't do this. I cut in right here and stopped, and I cut in right here and stopped. Now, a lot of times, depending on what I'm doing, I'll overcut and I'll just let this piece fall out. I don't want to break this piece off, but since the blade is circular, on the top side, the blade, if you could see inside of this, the blade is coming down like this. So on the back side, it doesn't cut all the way through. All right. So what we're doing, we took this. Now I'm going to clamp it to the table. If it's long enough, you can have somebody just hold it for you. I can take that, take my sawzall, all right, put a battery in it, and go ahead and cut through that. Now, you can, if you break this piece off, it's going to leave like a little triangle piece right here, and you can still cut it out, but I prefer to cut it out when it's like this because it makes life easier on me. So I'm going to put this in my and all I'm doing is cutting out that little bit of excess that's left over. Like that. My notch. All right, so that allows me to just cut out that least little bit. You can also do that with a jigsaw. Most of the time you're going to have a jigsaw in a shop, and if you're on a job site, you're going to have a sawzall. So you can use it for that. As you see, this thing really vibrates and grabs a hold of the wood, so you probably either need to have a clamp or have somebody hold your wood for you a lot of times. This particular one, we're going to show you how to cut this out. Let's say that we got that, let's say for whatever reason this stud is in the wrong location, and I've already got a stud here. It's nailed at the top too. Now this one obviously isn't. So I've got no way of getting to the nails at the bottom. I can just cut through my nails. So this is a demolition blade, so it's not going to hurt anything. And if that was nailed at the top, it would just be hanging from the top. I could cut the top out. So as you can see, we cut through the nails. All right, and There's the nails that we cut through, right there. So Sawzall, reciprocating saw. Reciprocate means to go back and forth, like so. And it will cut a little bit of everything. You got metal blades you can get for this, wood blades. People cut PVC pipe with it for plumbing. People cut tree branches with it. I cut the ends of my Christmas tree with it whenever I get my Christmas tree every year. So you can do just about anything with it. We cut like the OSB out of doorways, the OSB out of windows, pretty much anything like that. So it's like a bigger, heavier duty version of a jigsaw, if you will. All right, you can get curves with it if you need to cut curves. It's really actually hard to cut a straight line with this thing. So reciprocating saw, Sawzall, how to use it. One of the things I will say, as you can see, it gets stuck in the wood a lot and it wants to jerk, and it jerks you with it. You really got to be careful when you're on a ladder. You're on a ladder, you're cutting something up ahead, and it gets stuck and it throws you off balance, it throws you off the ladder. So these things are they're pretty safe. I really worry about them when kids are on ladders using one of these, so you really got to take that into account safety-wise.